Hi guys, it's me, your Mom Je. Welcome to my channel. Hope you like and subscribe. For today's video, I'm going to discuss to you a brief introduction about genetics and as well as the different terminologies used in studying genetics. It would be a big help for you if you finish this video. So keep on watching. First things first, we need to know the definition or the meaning of genetics. When we say genetics, it is a branch of science that deals with the study of heredity and variation, or simply, genetics is the study of inheritance of genes, and the genes is the basic unit of heredity. When we say heredity, that is the natural process by which a physical and mental qualities of a parent is passed on to their offspring. And then when we say variation, that is the similarities or differences of the organisms and the trait that they are being inherited from their parents. And the word genetics came from the words geneticus, meaning generative, and genesis, meaning beginning. So, why do we study genetics? It's all because of Sir Gregor Johann Mendel. He was given the name Gregor when he entered monastery. It's because si Gregor Mendel ay isang Austrian monk or isang monghe. And then, he studied the inheritance of the traits in pea plants. Why do you think Gregor Mendel studied pea plants rather than the different plants? It's all because pea plants has many different characteristics, such as it is easy to cultivate, it can pollinate itself, and also can be performed by cross-pollination. Then he found out that the plant's offspring retain traits of the parents. Meaning to say, nalaman niya na yung pea plants is napanatili yung mga katangian or traits, physical traits na meron sa kanyang pinagmulan. And then this is Gregor Mendel looks like. The next, we now proceed to the different terminologies used in genetics such as trait, heredity, Punnett square, alleles, dominant, recessive, genotype, phenotype, homozygous, and heterozygous. Let's proceed to trait. When we say trait, that is any characteristic that can be passed on from parent to their offspring. For the given example, there are 3 boys with different height. And then, others have their widow's peak, yung iba naman wala. And then yung iba naman, may katangian sila na kaya nilang i-roll yung kanilang tongue. But yung iba, hindi. And then, which thumb is on the top? Yung iba, kayang ilagay yung thumb at the top, while others cannot. And then, next one, we have your length of a second toe. It is longer than your big toe or not. So, ibig sabihin, yung iba, mas mahaba yung pangalawang daliri sa paa rather than dun sa nauna. Then, next, look at your finger. So, yung finger nyo, yung little finger is minsan straight, and then yung iba naman is nakabaluktot, and then yung iba naman is nakadikit sa palasingsingan, at yung iba naman, there are some space. And then your earlobe as well. So, yung iba naka-attach, yung iba naman hindi, yung iba naman is pointed, and then yung iba naman is hindi. And as well as the spaces of your teeth. Yung iba, merong awang or merong spasyo, and then yung iba naman, dikit-dikit talaga. So, those are examples of traits. The next one we have here, heredity. So, heredity, again, the basic unit of this is genes. This is the process of transferring traits from parent to their offspring. Just like the given example, the father has a white color skin and then the mother has a black color skin. Then look at their children. The next one, the family picture with their daughter and son, and then as well as their daughter and son again with different height. The next one we have here, Punnett square. When we say Punnett square, it is a tabular summary of possible combinations of maternal. When we say maternal, that is from the mother, and then with paternal alleles or their father. And then, next one, Punnett square is named after Sir Reginald Brundle Punnett. So he is a British geneticist created the Punnett square, and it is a tool in genetics which is still used by biologists today to predict the probability of possible genotypes of offspring. Okay, so Punnett square is commonly used in genetics because it can solve the problems in knowing the probability of how many child would be the outcome. Then that is what Punnett square looks like. Okay, and then this is Sir Reginald Punnett. Next, we have here alleles. When we say alleles, that is the two forms of genes such as dominant and recessive. So each person inherits two alleles, one from the mother and one from the father. Okay, so as you can see in the given example, there are different alleles. So it should be tall or dwarf, type A or B or O, so on and so forth. Okay, next, we have here the word dominant. When we say dominant, that is the stronger of the two genes, or it refers to the allele that causes a phenotype that is seen. Okay, and it is represented by a capital letter. So as you can see in the given example, there is capital B for brown eyes, and then smaller b is for blue eyes. So what do you think is the dominant there? So the dominant there is the brown eyes because it is written in a capital letter. Okay, next, we have here recessive. Okay, when we say recessive, that is the gene that shown up less often in a cross and represented by a lowercase letter. Meaning to say, kapag pinagsama nyo si dominant at si recessive hindi siya yung kadalasang lumalabas or nakikita. Pero, kapag si recessive ay pinag-cross sa isa pang recessive, of course, 100% recessive ang makikita or kalalabasan. And it is represented as the lowercase letter. Okay, so ayan. Next one, we have here phenotype. So when we say phenotype, that is the physical feature resulting from a genotype. So physical appearance, or it is a visible traits displayed by offspring. Okay, look at the example. So we have here homozygous dominant, heterozygous, and homozygous recessive. So the phenotype there is a purple color and a white color. So yung kulay na purple and then yung white, that is what we call the phenotype kasi yun yung nakikita natin panglabas. So sa panglabas, it's because of physical feature, yun yung nakikita natin, and that is the phenotype. The next one, genotype. When we say genotype, that is the gene combination for trait are the genetic makeup or allele combination present in an offspring. For the given example here, so we have here the homozygous dominant, heterozygous, and homozygous recessive. Pag sinabi nating genotype, that is the representation for the phenotype. So that is represented as the letters. Okay, then next we have here homozygous. When we say homozygous from the word itself, homo meaning the same or one. Okay, it is involving one dominant and one recessive. For the given example, we have here 2 capital letters, and then when we say capital letters, that is dominant. And then next, we have here 2 smaller letters. It means that is recessive. Again, big letters or capital letters, dominant. And if we have the same, we can read that as homozygous dominant. And the next, we have here homozygous recessive. Next one, we have here heterozygous. If homozygous the same, heterozygous is different. So it is composed of one dominant and one recessive. And heterozygous is also called as hybrid. Okay, pinag-cross ang dalawang magkaibang breed. So one dominant and one recessive. So why do we need to study genetics? We need to study genetics in order for us to know our differences from the other organisms, because every person's is unique. It's all because of our genes that we are inherited from our parents. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you've learned something. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.